The filter Donnie Lee was the epitome of Instagram fame. Her followers worshipped her beauty, and she played the role flawlessly. Every selfie meticulously edited, every post crafted to draw in thousands of likes within minutes. She knew exactly how to manipulate the algorithm, and with each passing day, her follower count soared. She had the brand deals, the sponsorships, the attention of millions. But the truth gnawed at her constantly. No matter how perfect she made herself appear, it was never enough. Late at night, when the lights of her luxurious apartment flickered in the background, Danny would stare at her reflection in the mirror, scrutinizing every tiny imperfection. Her skin wasn't as smooth as it looked on screen. Her nose wasn't as sharp, her lips weren't as plump. The real Donnie didn't match the digital version, and she hated it. One night, as she scrolled through her latest comments, she noticed a peculiar message on her latest selfie. "Your skin looks unreal. You should try the filter for true perfection. DM me for details." At first, she rolled her eyes. Danny had tried every app, every filter, every editing software known to influencers. Nothing could surprise her, but something about that message gnawed at her. She clicked on the account. It was a strange one. No profile picture, no posts, just a bio that read, "For those who crave to be seen." Curiosity got the best of her. She sent a quick DM, "What's the filter?" The response came almost instantly, a link and a short message, "For those who want to be flawless no matter the cost." The link was suspicious, but Danny's vanity overpowered her caution. Against her better judgment, she clicked it. The page it led to was bare, just a black screen with a button in the center that read, "Download the filter." No descriptions, no disclaimers. It was almost too simple, but the lure of true perfection was too strong to resist. She clicked the button. The download was fast, unnervingly fast, and in moments, a new filter appeared in her editing app. It was simply labeled "The Filter." With her heart racing, she applied it to a selfie she had just taken. At first glance, it didn't seem much different from the usual ones she used. But as she looked closer, she realized it was different. Her skin was smoother, unnaturally smooth, like porcelain. Her eyes gleamed with an almost inhuman brightness, and her lips had the perfect fullness. She looked flawless, like an ethereal version of herself. Danny posted the picture, feeling a rush of excitement. Within minutes, the likes started flooding in. The comments were immediate. "You're glowing, perfection. How do you always look so perfect?" Her phone buzzed nonstop with notifications. This was the best reaction she had ever gotten. It felt euphoric, addictive. For the rest of the night, she kept checking her profile, watching her follower count tick higher and higher. But as the night wore on, something strange began to happen. Danny was getting ready for bed, washing off her makeup, when she noticed something odd. Her reflection in the mirror didn't quite match what she expected. It looked more like the version of her from the selfie. Her skin was too smooth, her lips too full. She leaned in, heart pounding, touching her face. It still felt like her skin, but the person staring back at her didn't quite look like her. She blinked hard, stepping back from the mirror. Her reflection didn't move. Danny's breath caught in her throat. Her reflection was still standing there, perfectly still, staring back with a cold, unnatural smile. "No," she whispered, backing away from the mirror. Her reflection's grin widened, as if mocking her fear. And then, in a slow, deliberate motion, the reflection reached out, pressing its hand against the mirror. Danny watched in horror as cracks began to form around her reflection's hand, spider webbing out across the glass. Suddenly, the lights in her bathroom flickered. The cracks in the mirror deepened, and with a sickening snap, the glass shattered. But instead of falling away, it seemed to open, like a doorway. From the other side, her reflection stepped out. Danny screamed, stumbling backward. The thing that looked like her but wasn't stood on the other side of the room now, its grin impossibly wide, eyes glinting with malice. It tilted its head, studying her, like a predator sizing up its prey. What are you?" Danny stammered, her voice trembling. Her reflection didn't answer. Instead, it took a slow, deliberate step toward her. Danny scrambled for her phone, desperately trying to open the app, to delete the filter. But when she unlocked her phone, she saw that the reflection was already there, grinning at her from every photo in her camera roll. The images had all changed. Her face was warped, grotesque, yet eerily beautiful, with hollowed cheeks, sunken eyes, and that same chilling smile. A notification popped up. You have unlocked true perfection. Danny's phone began to buzz uncontrollably. Her follower count was skyrocketing, millions upon millions. Her likes, her comments, everything was exploding in real time. But there was no joy in it anymore, only horror. Suddenly, the reflection lunged at her, its hands cold and sharp, pinning her to the floor. Danny tried to scream, but her voice caught in her throat. The last thing she saw before everything went dark was her own face, grinning down at her with eyes that no longer belonged to her. The next morning, Danny's fans were treated to a new post. It was a selfie, Danny Lee glowing and radiant, more beautiful than she had ever been. Her skin was flawless, her eyes sparkling, her lips perfectly plump. The comments were endless. This is the best you've ever looked. How are you this perfect? But if anyone looked closely, closer than most would, they'd notice something strange in the reflection of her eyes. A faint, shadowy figure, as if someone or something was trapped behind them, silently screaming to be let out. And if you swiped too far, past her picture-perfect smile and glowing skin, you might just hear a whisper, "Don't look in the mirror, I'm already here."